Hi, welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot, and today we are doing the bonus readings. And this one is going to be for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Keep in mind this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it starts to resonate later, feel free to go back to the website, the channel, and rewatch any videos that you want. That being said, the ones you should be watching, the readings you should be watching are your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. That'll give you a better picture of your overall energy. So let's go ahead and get started. Wow, this is one that's come up a couple of times. Panther Spirit. It is telling you to reclaim your power. Reclaim your power. Alright. I'm going to take two from the Ancestors and the Angels and Ancestors book cards. I'm sorry, I just got home from work, so I'm like tired. Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. Feel loved and comforted. And one more, please. One more for Capricorn. The Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. And that's part of reclaiming your power. You know? We were taught by human beings who had fears, who had dreams, who had goals, who had emotions. And some people stay stuck. I mean, I know people that stay stuck for 70 years in the same day. They live the same day almost every day of their entire life. They really never do anything different. They never move. Okay? And that's what they want you to break. Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with going to work. There's nothing wrong with having weekends off. But, you know, if you have a vacation and you've always wanted to go to wherever it is, the Grand Canyon. Okay. Let's say you always wanted to go to the Grand Canyon. Then save your money and do that. Or change your lifestyle, but reclaim your power. Don't say, I'm never going to be able to go. It's something I always wanted. No. You are loved. You are, and feel comfort with that. Why can't you do that? Why? You don't make enough? How about you take that side gig you got going, or you got that little skill on the side. Let's say, my grandfather worked in a factory. He was very skilled at fishing. He was very skilled at hunting. He was very skilled because he grew up in the country. And, there was always dairy and cattle in our family. So, I mean, like, he literally could harvest or process deer meat. Okay? We always did that. He could grow food like nobody's business. The point is that that's a good ancestral pattern. Okay? But if you are let's say you're musically inclined. Let's say you have an extreme talent for the violin and you want to go for the orchestra. Okay? Then, who's got the money to buy the violin? Well, normally in a school, yeah, I guess you have to buy your instruments, but at some point, somebody's going to help you. Okay? Does that make sense? And if you have that kind of skill and talent, there are other avenues that will help talented children. Okay? It's if you were meant to be something, the spirit will find a way. Okay? but you have to believe in it. And that's how you break the ancestral patterns. And it doesn't mean that you have to break away from your family. Okay? I mean, I do something different than my family did. But I don't not love my family, and I don't not talk to them, and there's a few of them that don't talk to me, but yeah, that's probably in my best interest, right? So that's the meaning of that. And that is about reclaiming your power, okay? But you don't have the right to tell me who I have to be. So, where are we going with this? All right. Come on. What would it be? They're being greedy tonight. They don't want to talk. Okay, in the past. Oh, no, that wasn't the past. That's where you were going with that. This is your past. Whatever it was rough. Okay? I feel like you didn't have a lot of people supporting you. You felt like you had to fight to defend yourself. This could have been a job situation. You could have been on that I can't make my bills situation and they keep attacking me. Or you're in the situation where there's another situation with that is the prince is watching from his tower as some people are harassing his villagers in the market and hurting people, and he has to come down and do whatever he has to do to demolish them. And sometimes that's absolute force for a reason, though. Okay? And just going down there to beat him up because he's a punk. He went down there and rescued his people. Okay, so the next card is the King of... In this deck it's shields, but in other decks it's the Pentacles. So your past may have been really rough, but you can bring abundance. If you can shift everything into your... All you have to do is believe in it. Do you believe in you? And if you don't, why don't you? Okay, and if you don't, why don't you? Whoa. Sent a whole set of cards flying. If you don't, and why don't you? Then I'm gonna take them. All right. If you don't believe in you, why? Cause are you sitting here? Are you sitting in toxic energy? Are you sitting in a toxic relationship or relationships? Okay. Are you tempted? Do you have temptations? Is there a reason you feel stuck? Are you dealing with a narcissist? And the thing is, I'm sorry, they poured some chemicals where I work. They need to just not touch chemicals where I work and let me do it. And it's got me all messed up in the throat and the anyways, toxicity. Speaking of which, so toxic relationship, toxic people around you, toxic work environment. It can be a lot of things. All right, but you can once you have clarity. Once you have the clarity. Sorry. Yeah, that feels better. I'm sorry. They used something that I'm allergic to, and I'm having a reaction to it. And I didn't realize it in the last couple of days. If my readings have been with me coughing, well, I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and I I figured out they used a cleaning chemical that they shouldn't even be using. Anyways, and it that's what was causing. I'm allergic to it, and so I'm having some throat issues and some nasal issues. I'm not sick, but I'm not processing this well. But I'll be all right now that we know what it is. I mean, I've been exposed to it for almost a week now, every day. So, uh, just bear with me in my throat and my small coughing bits, and I'm so sorry about that. So, anyways, again, we're going to this toxic behavior. This is releasing that just because mom did it that way, just because dad did it that way, doesn't mean you have to do it that way. I mean, if it's cool with you to do it dad's way or mom's way, that's all right. But you will gain the clarity, and you're moving towards calmer waters. You're getting away from this. You're reclaiming your power. And the most important thing is to feel loved and comforted. Okay? One more, please. Alright, Capricorn, what are we doing here? Yeah. This can be the sneaky card. So be careful. There may be people that are not working in your best interest. I'm going to try and pull these down a little bit. But it can also be that you've decided to change your cycle or change a cycle, and you're moving away, and it's difficult. You know, you are moving away here. And it may be just that you don't, you couldn't do everything that you wanted to in that cycle. But you have to move into the new one and have no regrets about that. Okay? You are manifesting something magnificent. And that is what you're supposed to do. And I think that is spirit. That Seven of Swords, not looking back with any regrets, is Spirit's advice to you. And this is what you're doing with it. So I have passionate communication, moving ahead, charging ahead, okay? To build what you want. Take your power back. Don't worry about what everybody says. People are way too worried about what other people think about them. Seriously. Alright. Okay. So in the past, you had a decision to make. And everybody thinks that's easy. And so, I mean, there are times when, you're just in a situation where it's really difficult because you don't know which way to go. And you may be in that now, but at least you have options. You have all those options. You just have to discern, because you have the ability to be abundant. Okay? All you have to do is make it so. Literally. Alright, you might have people watching you, or you might just be guarded. But you have to learn to heal the past and release it. Because, there are times when there are people that are so toxic that are around you that you get so guarded that you won't let anybody in. Okay? And you need to learn to recognize that. And once you do, you're going to be full speed ahead. Charging ahead. This is charging ahead. But it's charging ahead to peace and harmony. Okay? It's also willpower and victory. All right, so if you're moving away from something because you have clarity, it doesn't mean that you hate anybody or whatever. It's just you need to move. It's your time. You know, people that don't, we're always going to rise higher. And it's very hard because you have to leave people behind, especially when you open a new cycle. Okay? You can't hold on to the past. All right. Now, that doesn't mean you have to never see your children or talk to people. But you have to be able to understand that other people have their opinions. And that's okay. You know, well, I was going to say ex-sister-in-law. My brother's sister-in-law and I have been close since since I was a child. She's a lot older than I. And you know, we don't always see eye to eye on things. Obviously, she's extremely Christian, and I don't have a problem with that. I'll go to church with her. But the point is, you know, how do we work this out? Well, she's not the one that's sneaky around me. I guarantee you that. But the point is that sometimes I love her. I do love her. But I'm breaking that ancestral pattern. I don't have to fit into her mold. Okay? I don't have to fit into her mold to love her. And I'm sorry if she feels like, and I don't think she does, but I'm just using it for an example. But a lot of people that are extremely one way in any religion, and it doesn't matter what, aren't able to accept that. And if that's my ancestral pattern, then I'm moving forward. I still have love, okay, and that's the point. Now, and in her case, I mean, she's doesn't not love me, but you know what I'm saying. There are some cases where, you know, it's my way or the highway. And that's not her case, but you're looking back without regrets, okay? Obviously, I have a different path than somebody that's in a set religion. How about that? Okay, so, and I'm good with that. So, what they're telling you is to move past it, okay? They're not telling you to leave people, ignore them, hate them, whatever. What they're telling you is you can do that. I can walk into a church and be very happy. I wear St. Michael and I work with archangels. Not everybody's good with that, but, you know, I'm not looking back with any regrets. And you will get messages. As a matter of fact, you probably get quite a few of them in a relatively quick time, because I don't know who this is, but somebody's charging ahead. Could be you, could be somebody coming towards you. Alright. I think somebody is manifesting you, but in the end, you're manifesting whatever you want. Okay? So, what do you want? This Justice card's driving me batty. Alright. Justice. Alright. This Justice card for you is abundance. And the reason is you're passionate about what you want. You might not be doing it now, and you might be just learning the nuances of it or the beginning of it. But whatever this is, has the ability to make you very, very abundant. So when you get this communication coming in, that's when you get ready to leap. That's when you take that leap of faith. Is this something you want? Is this something that you truly want? I think it is. And I think you just have to have a little patience. It's hard to do this. It's doable. But it's really hard to break ancestral patterns because we find ourselves repeating in it. And then, it's hard to reclaim your power because everybody's taught us that that's not the way we live. But it is. That's how you become the King of Pentacles. And trust me, what this is telling me is you have already learned the hard lessons. The hard lessons. Okay? You've already learned those. And it's time for you to reclaim your power. If you know the lessons, it doesn't mean you know all the lessons. You're going to learn more lessons as you go in life. But move forward. Have the courage. Archangel Ariel. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. And again, that's why I think if it isn't for everybody, there are at least a few people that are going to understand that these ancestral patterns, okay, I read tarot. I've been reading tarot for 35 years. I went to a Catholic school. Nothing wrong with Catholicism. There's nothing wrong with my sister-in-law's religion. That's all fine, well, and good, I accept them, and I accept that they might not accept me. Does that make sense? That's the part of having courage. Okay? And yes, you know how they, you can't walk into a church, God will strike you dead. And he ain't going to strike me dead. He's the one giving me the messages. I'm working with the angels. But not everyone understands that, and that's okay. Sometimes it's okay. It's just okay. So, beloved one, Archangel Shamuel. I think I'm channeling for someone in particular, because when I get that strong, and I rarely ever bring in religion to anything. So and I'm not dissing any religion. Whatever makes you happy, whatever helps you feel that presence, whatever makes you feel good, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Archangel Shamuel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate situation. All right. And at the bottom of this is overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel, the worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. And like I said, this is it's a very beautiful reading. You've already learned the lessons. You're moving forward. You're breaking these ancestral patterns. That doesn't mean that I broke my relationship with my people, my friends, my family. Okay? I am who I am. They can accept me or not accept me. And I have people, I'm good friends with a Catholic priest. He's not happy with it, but I'm like, yeah, well, I have a few issues with some of the King James thing. It's a thing. And my point is, you move forward for you. You're manifesting your abundance. Not everybody's going to accept that, and That's part of breaking those patterns. But just know that you are loved and comforted, but you need to reclaim your power. You're overcoming these difficulties. Have courage, okay? And it doesn't matter which path you take. Whatever you choose is most likely the right path for you, unless it's toxic. And you will know. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. It's been long, and I'm sorry I wasn't really trying to go on a diatribe. And I am not disrespecting anybody's religion. I think they're all important. They're how we deal with life. But I think it's time for you to take your own power and move forward and do what you need to do. Sorry about the length of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please follow Spirit's advice. Please reclaim your power. And have a great day. Thanks for watching. Or actually, no, but thanks for watching.